Morning, everybody. Planting my garden some more. Got one row. You can see the beans in there. I haven't covered anything up yet. Where are they? There's one. This is one row of just regular green beans, bush variety. Went yesterday to Lowe's. Looked at their seed rack. Bad idea, I guess. But anyway, I wanted to get my tomato plants and pepper plants since I didn't get a good start on those. And I need to get those out. Okay, so what I'm doing is planting beans. And now all I've got is this little tiny, it's about 5-inch, 6-inch tall tripod thing that you can move, you can bend the legs on. So I'm going to try to set it up where you can kind of see how I'm doing this. I already laid my rows out. That's what these flags are. Use a hoe to make the rows. Now I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Use the wind and I won't be able to talk to you from out here in the garden. I'll probably put some music or something over this section. Got a piece of PVC pipe. I'm going to go over here. Get some seeds in my hand. Saves a little bit of bending over. Okay, you get the idea. I've got these bigger seeds and they go right down that pipe really good. And I've got some pollen. And I've got some purple hull peas too that I'm going to put out here this way. Well, the rows still run the same way, but over at this other end. My son got this all tilled up for me yesterday, so that's the last of this section that to be tilled. Okay, I know this is an odd-shaped little corner, but the water line runs through there, so that's as far out as my son wanted to till. He didn't want to get into that. Anyway, I just pulled a bed up, a little bit of a bed, and I planted dill in that. All I did was scatter the seeds on the dirt, tamp it in with the backside of the hoe. Alright, I got those seeds from Native Tears. Keep my fingers crossed because so far everything else she sent me has sprouted. This is most of a row of lima beans, also from Native Tears. And then down here where this little stake is, to the end is just green beans, bush beans. So if they make, what I'll do is save those seeds. Now, I've got 2 rows of pink eye purple hull peas. I couldn't find the top pick variety, but I do have them. I've got 1 row here of yellow wax beans. I've got a row here of green beans. They're called just garden beans. I don't know why. And of course the other day I planted this okra, which is a longhorn okra. I gotta have more ground tilled up. My garden's getting bigger and bigger. I keep adding to it. Well, it's gonna start out just real basic, and then I didn't. But you know what? The more I plant, the more we'll eat of it. Yep. And if I can get enough, I'm gonna can it. Now we got the yellow pod beans because the wax beans. We saw them up at Lowe's, and my son said, I remember when you grew those when we lived in Mississippi. Now he was 9 or 10 years old when we grew those. And he's 30 now, but he remembers those yellow beans, so we went ahead and got a package of them. Of course, if I can save seeds from any of this, I will. Seed saving is very important. It cost me $54 yesterday at Lowe's to buy seeds and plants, and I'll take you over and show you. If you can save seeds or sprout them yourself, it's best. I was gone the whole month of April, so some of this stuff got shelved for this year. Alright, this is sweet banana peppers. See, these are jalapeno peppers. We love jalapenos. These are Dragon Cayenne hot peppers. We love hot peppers. Yeah. Now, these tomatoes are both Bradley. I was looking for Mortgage Lifter, but they didn't have any. They had an empty spot on the shelf. So I just got these instead because they're indeterminate, which means they'll keep growing. They don't just cut off at a certain point of production and then die back. They keep growing through the summer. Now down here on the ground right now, set them down so they wouldn't tip over too bad. This is poblano peppers. This is super sweet 100 cherry tomatoes. I'll plant one on each side of the door. That one there was my son's pick. It's a habanero. And it's doing pretty good just in a pot, but it's time to get things planted in the ground. Which means I've got to have more areas to plant things in. Now, I'm probably going to put some of these sweet banana peppers in the aquaponics. And I'll probably put a few tomatoes in the aquaponics. But I'm not putting the hot peppers up there because I don't want them to make everything else be hot seeded. Which you know they can do. They can cross-pollinate. So, we'll have to find a new place to put it. I put all the sweet banana peppers in my aquaponics. Now, you may be thinking everything's pretty close together. Because if you plant it in the ground, you can't put it this close. But, they do not have to compete for nutrition in an aquaponics bed. So, they can be a little closer. I also put some of the Bradley tomatoes in here. There. All around the back. I don't know if we'll try to string those up when they start coming, or we'll just let them go over the side. We might just let them go over the side. I don't know. My son suggested planting some more things like tomatoes and stuff in these beds. However, after I got to thinking about it, I don't think I will. I mean, the things that I have won't care if the onions are there. But the zucchini will get really big. And it'll pretty much take over the bed. And the yellow squash should do the same thing. Keeping my fingers crossed that it does. It's looking alright. Cucumbers can go up the side, like I said before. I actually dipped out some water out of the aquaponics and watered the plants that I got at Lowe's yesterday. Just a couple of them were looking a little wilted. But, and we have seen some fish in here. Not seen them because it's really dark. But we know there's fish in here because we've watched in here, and it looks like that. But when they come up to the surface, they make a little ripple. there it goes. I did shake all the dirt off of these plants. Anyway, I shook all the dirt off these plants that I could, and then just stuck them down in the gravel. Nice and wet in there. They might wilt a little bit from being moved and with the dirt took off of them, but I kind of think that they'll be alright. They'll come back. And man, I would really love to get some more beds, more aquaponic beds hooked up to this. Rob Bob's Backyard Garden, he's in Australia. He's done that. And after watching him, I don't think we'll have any problem doing that. Maybe getting another bed set up behind here. Move that stuff out of the way. I have to use them 4x4s to hold it up. But anyway, at least one more bed. I'd like to have one for each side. And hook them together. So that this one pump will fill the beds and then they'll flow back into the central bed and back into the tank. That's my plan. I don't know yet. We'll see.